What's up, man? It's apparently time for some more beatboxing. I did a beatbox video the other day and it was really fun, but it was only the drops. And it seemed a little weird, and you told me in the comments that that's because they were cutting out big majorities of the sections. And you said, actually find some people going at it versus each other. So this is my first time. Oh, I should write down first over here. You know, YouTube likes it when you go, first time reaction. So anyways, this is my first time reacting to a full battle, I guess. Using a loop station. I don't know which loop station. If it's the one I saw in the previous thumbnail, it is the Boss RC505, which I owned before, and it's a fantastic machine. It is a tabletop machine. I have sold that and I've switched to the RC300, an older machine, but it is a floor unit that you can control with your feet because I like to play bass and guitar. So in case you're wondering which one you would like to use, I think the 505 has some cooler abilities, but it requires you to have a hand-free. You can activate like one track with your foot, but on the RC300 there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 pedals you can push, and also a foot controller for like wahs and stuff like that. Anyways, one other thing that I think could be useful, just because we're here listening to music, is let's do a quick like 20-second crash course on music analysis, which is, it doesn't matter if you're thinking about jazz, reggae, hip hop, Baroque music, classical, Gregorian chant, it doesn't matter. A simple way to immediately approach any mix, any sounds you hear, is to immediately go bass line, melody, chords, and rhythm, and then have a way to describe those, how they're all interacting. If you want to go a step further, you can talk about the sounds and the timbres used in each one of those sections, and things like, do they move together? Do they move independently? Are they unified structure? Are they contradictory motions? Contradictory motion would be like one line goes up, one other line goes down at the same time, so they almost meet like an X. In any style of music you love, trap music, house music, drum and bass, can all be described on the interaction between the bass, the chord, the melody, and the underlying rhythm, and then also the overall development of the song. Are there contrasting sections? Is there a dynamic section between loud and soft? And those are just basic categories of how you break apart music, and then you build a vocabulary on how to express what you've heard with your ears, which can be a little difficult, but that's the job when you're talking about music. Anyways, let's fucking listen to music, man. I'm psyched. Can you tell I'm psyched? Let's go.
Crowd, you know what to do. I say the twa, you say the turn, the twa!
All right, here. Like this, all right.
So immediately what you could say about the rhythm is that the rhythm is primarily in 4/4, occurring on downbeats 2 and 4. Ooh. Let's describe one more thing. His bass line is also falling on the beats, but his chords he's doing with his mouth are occurring not on the downbeats, they're swelling in. And it's dope as fuck. Now the next question is, how does he develop this, right? Like, where does he go? Oh. High. That's high. Wait. he's chopping up his own chords. All right. Yeah. So that was super chill, and it was dope. But this is not a complaint, right? It's just an observation. There was no rhythmic complexity at all. Everything fell very nicely in time, and he built his tapestry by how he utilized the sounds, and then he went back and started chopping the endings off of sounds. And that's a way of constructing a piece of music. So if that's something you aspire to, now you can go back and retroactively build that, because you're going, oh, I see how it's constructed. No different than if it was piano or classical music or a full band.
And that's time. MB14 from France.
Oh,
Round one.
Francais.
It's on Saro from France. Crowd, you know what to do?
Limber up. Let's go. Hey. Oh, is he using my same headphones? He's got my Sennheisers. My Sennheisers that are right there. You see them on the desk on my other computer? That's my Sennheisers, dude. I love them. I got the Sennheisers with the 20-foot cord, 15-foot cord. Dude, die by them.
It's gonna go on Saro. He has 3 minutes. You already know what to do. I say the trois, you say the done the and trois.
Already, something he's done differently is his second level of percussions on the offbeats. So if this is our 1, 2, 3, 4, when my hands come apart, he has a tss there. Oh, but now he's doubled up the speed, so now it doesn't sound like it's an offbeat anymore. Oh, little robot. What? Kinda sick. That's kinda sick. All right, dude, after his thing, so I guess you're going to go back and forth. We're going to talk about different entrances because they're both actually using identical entrances. And as his contrast, his bass notes are much longer than everything else. Right now, his longest sound is the bass. Nice. Oh shit. Oh fuck yeah. So he didn't put him in off time, but then now he's got them coming off time. That's dope. That's dope as fuck. Now that's his new offbeat. See, because you can change, never mind, it's fancy to talk about, but you can like record something that's off time then record another track that then makes it on time, if that makes sense. It's called, I would call it metric displacement. Oh. Hey. All right. Damn, I guess this video is getting longer than I thought. Let's just do a quick comparison about entrances for melodies or rhythms. So let's say I'm going to go 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4. All right, so I'm actually accenting the downbeat, which is the numbers. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4. Sorry, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4. But what if I actually delay my entrance by a 16th note on one E and a, I come in on the E. E and a, 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 right? E and a, 1 E and a, E and a, 1 E and a, E and a, 1 E and a, E and a. It changes how the rhythm pushes the track. But yeah, that was it's fucking sick. Give me more, what's up? Speed up.
Round one. 100% proof. Beatbox is music. It's on MB14.
Alright, back to it.
Round two. You already know what to do. I say the trois, you say the dun, and trois.
1, 2, 3. These are still all even rhythms though. He just added in triplets. Triplet, dot, 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 dot. Triplet, ba, 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 ba. Ticka, ticka, dot, dot, dot. Ticka, dot, dot, dot. Ticka, dot, dot, dot. But it's still even divisions of the measure. He went from the dividing them up 4 notes at a time to dividing them up in 2 sets of 3, so 6 notes at a time. Oh, and then cut time. Not cut time. Maybe it's cut time. Half tempo. Whatever. I don't get fucking everything right.
Felix, moment.
This is the opposite of what the French dude over there on the right did. Saro. This is the opposite of what he just did. On Saro, his bass line was the slowest unit of movement. Now, on this track, the bass line is the fastest movement of unit. Boom, blah, 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 blah.
All right. Inversion. Software version 7.0.
Oh shit.
Looking at life through the eyes of entire It exists as a pastime activity.
Holy shit, he sounds like System of a Down. Holy fuck. He nailed it.
Yo, why on the world? Hiding on disorder. Now, somewhere between that secret silence and sleep.
Holy shit, I gotta write that down.
Somewhere between the secret silence and sleep. Disorder. No transition. Gonna kill Saro. but then I got high.
Oh, shit.
I was gonna get up and find the loop, but then I got high. My loops are still messed up, and I know why. Yeah, because I got high, because I got high, because I got high.
Still though, every single phrase has come in on one or and. If I just cut the beat into 4, 1 E and a 2 E and a, you have 2 spots, the E and the There are, between both people, no entrances on E or That's on the E and a, that's on the E. E and a, E and a, E Nothing, there's nothing, they're only coming in on 2 spots on the beat.
Crowd, you know what to do. I say the toi, you say the de, and the et toi.
Oh, shit. Be more loud now. Is he gonna bring it back? How about on, what do you do here? 2, 1. Also, let's just deconstruct the effect. What is that effect? That effect is a glissando, which is where you slide between 2 notes. And then he's just taking the knob to change how fast we go between the low and high. The total distance stays the same, but how fast we go from low to high increases. If you ever wonder why people do this fake ass clap like I'm doing, it's because I have a mic here. I don't want to clap all up in your head. Oh, shit. Holy fuck, that was dope as fuck. Okay, I think that last effect was an envelope filter on his rhythm. So he's just doing the same rhythm as if he's drumming. But an envelope filter, so a filter is a thing that changes how much resonance, how much frequency of a certain band gets through. And then the envelope part of a filter means that the amount of those frequencies is changing. So a regular filter, you just dial it in and you leave it. And then an envelope filter means you're adjusting the ranges. And so by having an envelope filter on his voice, there's other things you can call it, like an auto-wah or a resonance filter or other, different things that do the same thing. But then it turns his drums into this cool, like, I actually want to hear it again. So the little, it's not that his pitch with his, my opinion, I'm not positive, but it's not that the pitch of his mouth is changing. It's that the pitches on the filter are changing what gets through. Does that make sense? So it's taking his entire wall of sound and chopping it up into small sections, which makes it sound like his voice is going up and down. But actually the filter itself, the envelope of the filter is moving, therefore changing the pitches you hear. That shit was fire as fuck.
Time.
We can hear anything else? Yeah.
Make some noise.
No, y'all are right. Y'all are right. That's super fun. So, like, if any amount of people watch this at all, I'm going to do some more of these because that is super fun. I do talk a lot. I don't know to be sorry about that. I know some of y'all hate that, but I think when I watch other reaction channels, and I do watch a bunch. That's the reason why I started making mine a year and a half ago, was because I watched a lot of channels. And one thing that I don't really hear people doing in the reactions, I don't really hear them explaining stuff that they might know. There's a lot of shit that I watch that I can't explain at all because I have no idea how it works. But if I do have an insight, it might be helpful, because whenever I always think, it's like this rule, make things that you would need, either your future self or your past self. So either make something that I think me in 10 years would need, or make something that me 10 years ago would need. And me 10 years ago, I would need explanations on how a whole bunch of kick-ass sounds happened, because I would hear something dope and I have really no idea how to make that sound. So I'm making these videos for you, but I'm also making these videos for me 10 years ago. Much love to everybody. Vanish. I'm out on 3, 2, 1.